Hey guys, welcome back to Cantor's World. Today we're reading 5-minute bedtime Bible stories. And the story we're reading today is Walls of Water, Exodus 1 verse 14. Hundreds of years after the big flood, there lived a great man named Abraham. Abraham obeyed and honored God in all that he did. God told to Abraham, "I will always be your God, and your family will always be my people." From then on, Abraham's family, the Hebrews, were known as God's people. The Hebrews lived in Egypt. They were forced to work for a mean king called Pharaoh. Pharaoh ruled over the Hebrews, but he was also afraid of the Hebrews. He was afraid that if they kept having more children, there would be enough Hebrews to take over Egypt. He wanted to stop the Hebrew families from getting bigger. So Pharaoh created a new rule. Hebrew families are not allowed to have any more baby boys. Then one day, an adorable baby boy was born to a Hebrew family. The mother loved her son very much, but she was scared. If Pharaoh found her baby boy, he would take the baby away. The mother hid the baby inside her home. The baby's big sister, Miriam, tried to help keep him quiet and out of sight, but his cries and crows grew louder, and the mother realized that she could no longer keep her baby safe at home. The mother had to find another way to protect him. She made a tightly woven basket and painted it with tar to keep the water out. Then she snuck her baby boy snugly inside the basket. Miriam followed her mother to the Nile River. Kneeling by a riverbank, the mother placed the basket in the reeds just beyond the bank. She gave her son a goodbye kiss, and the mother hid her tears and snuck away. Miriam stayed to see what would happen to her baby brother. She heard voices. She peered down to the river as Pharaoh's daughter stepped into the river to bath. The princess stood only a few feet away from where Miriam's baby brother rocked in the water. "Look," the princess cried to one of her servants, "Please bring that basket to me." At that moment, brave Miriam ran up to the princess. "I can help. I can find a woman to take care of the baby for you." The princess agreed, and Miriam ran to find her mother. Miriam ran to find her mother. Mother, you won't believe what happened," Miriam called. She explained everything. Together, they quickly made their way back to the riverbank. "I found this baby in a basket," the princess said to the mother, "but I need someone to take care of him until he is old enough to live with me at the palace. I will pay you for your help." The mother couldn't believe it. Earlier, the mother had kissed her baby goodbye. She had thought it was the last time she would ever see him. Now a princess was asking her to take care of him again. Miriam and her mother returned home with the baby. He grew into a walking, talking little boy. Before long, it was time to return him to the princess. "Thank you for caring for him," said the princess. "Now I will raise this boy as the prince of Egypt. His name will be Moses." Moses sounded like a Hebrew word for to draw out. The princess chose this name because she had drawn Moses out of the water. Moses' mother was sad to say goodbye to her son again. Still, she knew that God had saved her son's life for a reason, and God would keep him safe. When Moses was all grown up, there was a new Pharaoh in Egypt. The Pharaoh was just as awful as the old one. God saw this, and he called on Moses to free the Hebrews from their mean rule. God sent Moses to speak with Pharaoh many times. Pharaoh let God's people go. Moses told him again and again, but again and again Pharaoh refused. God punished Pharaoh and his people for not listening to Moses. Finally, Pharaoh agreed. Okay, Moses, I will let the Hebrews go. But as soon as Moses led the Hebrews out of Egypt, Pharaoh changed his mind. All of the Pharaoh's soldiers came charging toward Moses. All of the Hebrews, they were trapped. Pharaoh's soldiers rushed at them on one side. They're on the other side of the Red Sea. The sea stretched out deep and wide, but the people were terrified. Where could they go? But Moses was not afraid. He knew that God would save his people. God would protect his people. God would find a way to keep them safe. Don't be afraid, Moses told them. The Lord will save us. Moses stretched out his hand over the Red Sea. Just then, God sent a strong wind. The wind divided the waters of the sea, pushing up a tall water on each side. For a moment, everyone stood still. They were amazed at the sea parting right in front of them. Moses led God's people through the dry path God has created. He led them safely to the other side of the Red Sea. Then the dry path became a sea once more. Pharaoh's soldiers were washed away. Once again, God had used the water to save Moses, and God has used Moses to save the Hebrew people. And that is the end of this story. As usual, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Good job.